Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'm Paul.
And I'm Sonia.
We're from the South African Horrorfest. The festival's been going for its 16th edition.
That's right.
This year we weren't too sure whether we'd actually have one because of the whole pandemic disaster worldwide. Mainly because of the Labia Theatre where we usually do our festival. We weren't sure whether they'll be open. But as things go, you have to adapt.
Yes, adapt or die.
So we hooked up with the guys at frightfan.tv for the virtual edition of the festival. And it had a fantastic batch of movies.
Yes.
And we only screened about 6 movies at the Labia Theatre. So we kept the cinema vibe going. But yeah.
Yes. And we would like to thank everyone that submitted their film, short and feature.
Whether it was selected or not, we appreciate all of them, but unfortunately, as you know, we cannot include everything.
Just sending your work of art to the most southern point of Africa for us already is a winner. So thank you very much.
Definitely. And I guess, you know, we feel that all the movies that we screen are winners anyway.
Yes, this year we received such an amazing amount of films. I think, and I dare say that we probably had the best lineup that we've ever had for features and shorts, so that's all thanks to you, so thank you.
And a great variety of subgenres. It's not just the same old thing,
and from many places in the globe that we don't normally receive submissions from, so that's also amazing.
But hey, we're not going to waste any more time. We're going to jump into it. Obviously these ones, you know, like we said, we feel that all these movies are winners in their own right, but you know, these are just some that we want to highlight as movies with, you know, just want to give them a little bit of extra acknowledgement for the trouble they went through.
Yes.
Because we all know it's a lot of trouble making movies.
Absolutely. So we are going to start with our short film selection.
Yeah.
And we are going to start with our best scare.
Since it's a horror festival, jump right in with the best scare.
This movie was truly, it made me jump. That doesn't happen often, so...
Yeah, this category is, you know, for that moment.
Yes.
Not, you know, whatever happens throughout the short, it's this one specific moment that has a good classic
And for
scare.
this little film, it was fabulous. And the winner is?
Abracitos.
Yes.
Or is it Abrachitos? I don't know how you pronounce it. It's Spanish, but the filmmakers will know what we're talking about, and you'll see the image of the poster.
Yes.
Cool. And then we don't have a specific. We're kind of moving towards, you know, best movie overall.
Yes.
So we're doing sort of earlier ones before that. So the next one would be best makeup effects.
Yes, this one really stood out to us for more than just its makeup effects, but the makeup effects was brilliant.
And strange and different.
Yes, and the winner is...
Smiles, also known as Sonrisas.
Sonrisas.
It's also another, I think it's a Spanish one.
Yes, that's right.
Very cool movie, very strange, but that's what we
delightful.
like it. We like it. We like it strange and bizarre.
Our next category is best adaptation.
Yeah. There aren't too many short films that get adapted, so we don't have a short list of choices. We just jumped straight in.
Yes.
For
The Telltale Heart or the Musicabra.
Yeah, it's a musical adaptation of Edgar Allan Poe's The Telltale Heart.
And it was brilliant. It
Fantastic,
really also stood out for more than just its soundtrack, but the soundtrack was absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
So we really enjoyed that.
And it's hard work that went into that, so we definitely appreciate that. Next one is for cinematography.
Yes, best cinematography.
There were lots again with great cinematography.
Yeah.
So we, you know, we had to kind of dive in there and pick one.
Yes, and just to mention, we are 2 of a panel, so it's not just Paul and I that select and pick the winners. We do have a panel.
Yes, the other one is Leon Visser. He's an editor and grader. He's a very, very talented guy.
Yes.
And Benjamin Carley from Gravel Road, from Frightfan TV and Gravel Road Distribution. Yes. So so we've got not just our taste that's in there, because we all have such different tastes. When we check the scores, it's like this one likes this one doesn't.
Yeah.
So we had to figure out.
But okay, best cinematography, and that is Mare.
Mare.
Yeah.
It's a great sort of fever dream, strange trip. But yeah, you must, besides us doing this, go find these movies.
Please, and watch them.
What we also want to do is at the end of this, we want to do a little best of the Horrorfest, we'll take a weekend and screen a couple of the feature films and some of the short films. So in case you missed it, then you've got a chance to catch up on them.
Yes, you would hate to miss it again.
Yes. If you do it again.
Our next category is Best Screenplay.
Yeah. There were also quite a few to choose from.
Yes, always.
But we ended up picking Exit.
Stunning movie from Russia.
Yes. It's got some strange fantasy sci-fi-ish kind of a
very
angle in there.
disturbing. Yes.
Sort of just weird and odd. Guys they're building a building, and then this one room starts to extend. So
yes.
That's all we can say. We don't want to give away anything because we want you to watch these movies at some stage.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's the best screenplay.
Yeah. And then our next category is the best soundtrack, and I think that's quite obvious.
Yeah, there were some very good soundtracks, and not just music but also sound design.
Yeah.
But the one that stood out head and shoulders was the Telltale Heart, the Musicabre.
Yes, brilliant. Really enjoyed that one. And then here's our top categories. Our best actress went to, can I say?
Yes, you can.
Went to Lisa Smith for the movie Lily. She was absolutely brilliant.
Very cool single shot short of a woman doing an audition for, for a
very
role.
much fitting to the times as well, I would say.
And was very good, very good. Can't say anything else besides that.
Okay, you can do the best actor.
Cool. Best actor is for the movie Well, also known as Pozo, and the actor is Jorge Cabrera.
Oh, I'm glad I didn't do that one.
I think that's how I'm not good. My Spanish is
I think that was
non-existent.
brilliant. I think that sounded very good. Jorge, I hope we pronounced your name correctly.
Yeah.
And then our best director, and I'm going to leave that one for Paul as well, because that's also a difficult name.
It's for the movie Cargo,
which was exceptional.
and it's Abhilash Chandra. It's a very cool. I think it's from Malaysia.
Excellent.
It's Malaysian.
Malaysia. I think, yeah.
A little boy and his dad, they have to go to a palm tree plantation, and they need to remove a big rock, and strange things start happening to this rock.
Yeah, interesting cargo.
Yes, very cool movie.
And then this category, the best short film, was almost
This is
or unanimous.
Almost. We had like 3-4 that were juggling around. But like we said, there are just so many cool movies, but we had to pick one.
And the winner is The Book, which I personally loved. I thought it was incredibly well done.
Yeah, it's a French short with the it's like a Jewish exorcism where evil spirit gets trapped in the book box.
Yes.
Many people know about that.
It's interesting it was interesting to see the sort of exorcism idea from a different, it's always the Catholic
always the Catholic thing.
So it was interesting. Yeah.
Congratulations to The Book.
Yes.
But then we always add little extra ones just for, obviously we have our overall favorite, but then we just highlight a little couple of extra ones in different sort of subgenres.
Yeah.
Because there's so many zombie movies that we always get.
That's right. So we do select always our favorite one.
We pick like a best zombie one.
Yes, and this one stood out because it was also a very, very different sort of take.
Nice surprise.
Very refreshing. Yes.
And it is?
Not Alone.
Not Alone.
Congratulations.
I think that's from Turkey.
Yes.
I think.
Yes.
I can't, with all these movies in different countries, we try to remember, but...
And then the category I think most people are thankful for, because it's sort of the thing that makes you breathe when you watch an anthology of short films. It's the best comedy short, and the winner for that is...
Script. And if I'm right, it's an Italian short.
Yes.
About two people writing a screenplay, and it sort of starts flowing into...
Yes.
Watch it. Just watch it. It's cool. But also need to mention that we had 5 short film chapters.
That's right. I think it's the most we've ever had.
And if we could add more, we would have. So we had to just rein ourselves in.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, and another one, we also get science fiction. Besides, we do have our Celluloid Science Fiction Film Festival, but we do get horror entries with a bit of a sci-fi
and
angle.
This one did sort of have quite a horrific sort of story to it. It's our best sci-fi short, and the winner is
Human Trash.
Congratulations.
Yes. We usually have to do this because because for some reason, you know, gory movies are usually, it's always mostly humorous.
Yeah.
And because it's so over the top and it's like ridiculous and squeamish, people don't like it. But we always have to add a Gorefest award.
Yes.
And for this year it is
Hospital Dumpster Divers.
The title kind of says it all.
Says it all.
You can just imagine where this shit leads with, Hospital
Fabulous.
Dumpster Divers.
Yes. So thank you to all
that
the
was
short
a Scandinavian
films.
area short, that one. Cool.
Thank you.
Short films are fantastic for people with short attention spans.
Which are a lot of people lately.
So you can get into little bits and pieces. So don't hesitate to check them out. And
Yes.
if we do rerun these, you won't be disappointed.
You won't be.
Feature films.
Feature films.
The ones that take a whole lot of effort. It's
Yes.
enough effort making a short film, feature film, especially in a genre that you're not sure if we'll be able to sell it.
That's
or
right.
get it into certain territories. Yeah, we know it's hard work, so we
Yes.
appreciate all of you. Everyone's sending it in, submitting, all those selected, and like we said, we have to pick winners. We want you all to be winners. We consider you all winners because you ended up making these movies
Absolutely.
with lots of effort, and we appreciate that very much.
That's right.
So we're just going to get cracking
That's right. Let's
with
go.
with a category that we just created.
That's right.
And it was kind of dictated by the times. The whole pandemic situation makes it difficult for people to go out and shoot movies. So we decided we'll just create this one for Tales of the Uncanny.
Yes.
It's an exploration of anthology horror by David Gregory and the guys at Severin. They made this as I think it was as an extra for their anthology movie, The Theatre Bazaar, which featured Udo Kier, and also had Tom Savini making a short in there, and our favorite Richard Stanley also made one. But yeah, so they made this documentary and ended up connecting with people all over the world via Skype, Zoom,
Yes.
interviews. So, you know, no fancy camera setups, people sitting in front of the screen, but you know, it's about the information.
It is, and I think we've all become very accustomed to having meetings over Zoom and MS Teams and that sort of thing. So yeah, it is definitely the correct winner for this category. So well done.
It's the only one. It's the only one relevant. So we created it because we feel we need to acknowledge the fact that they said stuff that we're just going to do this.
Yes.
So yeah, nice.
Our next category is the coolest poster. Obviously, with all the movies, they come with their own beautiful poster, and it's worth acknowledging for us because we enjoy art.
Yeah, we like the visual side of everything.
That's right.
And for these, we narrowed it down to Space Vampire, To Kill a Dragon,
and Hail to the Deadites. That's right.
Documentary. So
The winner
is
Hail to the Deadites.
Hail to the Deadites.
Very cool poster. Thank you. Lovely.
It fits the vibe of the Evil Dead and its fandom very well.
Yes.
Next one, it's Best Soundtrack.
And our nominees are Fried Barry
The Oak Room.
and Sky Sharks.
All have very cool, diverse, different kinds of soundtracks.
Yes.
So we had to kind of buckle down and decide, and we ended up picking
Fried Barry.
Hazer from Cape Town. Created the soundscapes and the music for the movie.
And it was perfect. So suited.
It just fitted very well.
Yes.
Sort of disturbing, intense stuff.
Very much Cape Town vibe, which I enjoyed.
Very
Yes.
cool. So, Hazer, congratulations. Next category is,
Best editing.
yeah, you know, if you can have a great movie, the editor can stuff it up badly, make it lag, make it boring, make it look disjointed.
Yes.
So, you know, people kind of forget about editing right at the end of the process, and we really like to acknowledge people who do a good job. And
Our nominees are For the Sake of Vicious
Sky Sharks,
and Origin Unknown.
and we picked
For the Sake of Vicious.
Yeah.
Yes.
One of the directors edited it as well.
Yes, and I think with the amount of fight scenes in the movie, really well edited. I think
made it look very realistic and intense and painful.
Very painful.
Some crazy hammer incidents.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Well done. Brilliant.
We've decided to do a rerun of some of the best
That's
movies.
right, yeah.
That's if the filmmakers agree to it.
Yes.
So down the line, keep an eye out at Fright Fan and at the Horrorfest websites. We'll be picking some of these winners, short films and feature films, and giving you a nice little weekend of cool movies that you might have missed. And if you missed it again,
that's your bad.
no sympathy. But make a point to catch it if you can. Cool.
Okay, then our next category is Best Supporting Actress. And our nominees are Lisette Morelos for Origin Unknown.
That crazy lady, Juliette Lewis from Dreamland.
And Bianca Hartenstein from Fright Barry.
And we decided on?
We had to give it to Bianca Hartenstein, Fright Barry. You did an excellent job. Bianca played the role of a prostitute. And she did a damn good job, so well done.
Cool. Next one, Best Supporting Actor.
Yes. And our nominees are Henry Rollins for Dreamland.
The Henry Rollins.
The Henry Rollins
from Dreamland. Colin Paradine from For the Sake of Vicious.
And my favorite, Mr. Corey Taylor for Bad Candy.
You might know him from a little band called Slipknot. And Stone Sour.
Yes.
And Corey motherfucking Taylor.
Simply fabulous.
Yeah, he's ventured into acting as many musicians do, and he did a very good job.
He did. He absolutely did. But our winner for this category is
Henry Rollins.
Yes.
He's been doing it for a while.
He has.
So he knows what he's doing. He does have his own way and his own style, but that's obviously why he gets cast for certain roles.
Yes.
And so he did a very good job in Dreamland.
Yeah. Our Best Actor nominees are
Stephen McCarthy for Dreamland.
Nick Smythe for The Sake of Vicious.
And Bart Hollanders for Yummy.
And our winner is
Stephen McCarthy. Did a great dual role in Dreamland. Played a hitman and a trumpet player.
Yes.
And I think he had to hit himself. And he got tormented by Henry Rollins. So they got the two male acting roles. Did a very good job.
Yes. Our next category is Best Actress, and our nominees are
Maria Leiter for Mutant Blast.
Chanel de Jager for Fright Barry.
And Laura Burke in For the Sake of Vicious.
And our winner is
Chanel de Jager.
Yes, for Fright Barry. Well done.
She did a very good job.
Absolutely.
She's like a completely believable sort of common South African woman.
Yes.
You're absolutely fucking right, you're not the father. You're a useless piece of shit.
It was very, very good.
She pulled it off fabulously. Yes.
If you haven't seen Fright Barry yet, we don't know where you'll be able to get to see it, but if we do a rerun of it for the Horrorfest,
you better catch it, otherwise you miss out big time.
It's a very unique movie.
Yeah. Our next category is Best Cinematography, and our nominees are Gareth Place for Fright Barry.
Yeah. And Jeff Marr for The Oak Room.
And then Olaf Markman and Marco J. Riedel for Sky Sharks.
Which was quite a task with all of the digital stuff in between the live action.
And our winner is Jeff Marr, The Oak Room.
Yeah.
Well done.
It was a more subtle movie, but very, very well.
Brilliant.
Very well handled. And what's a horror movie without makeup effects?
Not a horror movie.
Unless it's a very, very dark psychological one.
Yes.
But yeah, so obviously you get lots of makeup in a horror film festival, but we had to narrow it down to 3, and they ended up being Sky Sharks.
Yummy.
Which is a zombie movie from Belgium, I think. And then Mutant Blast, which is a Portuguese movie.
Yes, and our winner was easy to pick.
You know, not really.
Not really, but when you think about it, and I think when you see the movie, it's kind of
and the movie is Mutant Blast.
Yes.
And it's just so far out. It's got everything from exploding heads, gore, weird monsters.
Yes, a giant
French lobster in a business suit fighting a dolphin with a samurai sword.
Life-size, like man-size
a dolphin
on a beach.
with a hoodie. And it's so far out and just so cool. It's just very, very unique, and one that you have to, if you haven't seen it, you have to catch it.
Brilliant.
For best post-production and CGI, there was only really one option.
Yes.
Mainly because they went to town on their CGI.
They really did, and they did a brilliant job.
Yeah.
And that is Sky Sharks.
This is not Sharknado.
No.
If you see a Sharknado shark next to a Sky Shark,
it's not the same shark.
No competition. So yeah, you got zombie Nazis flying sharks. It's you can't go wrong with a crazy premise like that.
No, it was brilliant.
So yeah.
Well done. Our best screenplay nominees are
Scott B. Hansen and Desiree Connell for Bad Candy,
Brandon Slagle and Elliot Devaney for The Dawn,
and Peter Genoway for The Oak Room.
Yes.
And we routed it down to
The Oak Room. Peter Genoway. Well done. Congratulations.
Great story. Like we said, we usually, if we feel like creating a category, we do.
Yes.
And I don't think we've had best satire before, whereas we've had many entries that fall in that category. So but this year there was a kind of a hands down obvious one for that.
Absolutely, and it's Shakespeare's SHITSTORM.
Shakespeare's SHITSTORM. Lloyd Kaufman and the Trauma Guys.
Yes.
It's a far out movie, and satire doesn't go half to describing what it's about.
Yes.
It's a
very apt for the times we're living in.
Yeah. Besides the fact that it's a bizarre trauma adaptation of Shakespeare's The Tempest, they take aim at online culture, cancel culture, and social justice warriors that get ahead of themselves. They poke fun at anyone they want, and
they do it really well.
With lots of splattery body fluids all over the place.
And then, in line with what we've just... our Gorefest award.
Yes.
We've got one for the short, so it's just obvious that we have one for the features.
Yeah.
Our nominees are Shakespeare's SHITSTORM.
Naturally.
Yes.
Mutant Blast.
And Yummy.
And we decided it has to be...
Mutant Blast.
Mutant Blast it is.
Lots of exploding heads. And then our next category is our best anthology movie.
Anthology movies have been around forever, like the guys in the Tales of the Uncanny highlighted. But for this one, we only have two choices.
Two nominees.
Number 76 horror bookstore, Tin of Fear from Taiwan. And
Bad Candy,
which is a very cohesive movie, but it has these separate anthology chapter parts.
Very well made.
The reason we did not include Deathcember is because we screened it last year at the Horrorfest.
Yes.
But this year we screened it because they kind of reformatted it into two sections with a couple of extra bits and pieces. So we didn't feel it would be fair to...
And last year they won.
Yeah, they won last year. They won Best Anthology. So, yeah, cool.
So...
the winner for this one is...
No, you said number 76 horror bookstore.
Sorry.
Yeah, well
number
done.
76 horror bookstore. The reason I like it is because it's it's an Eastern setting.
Yes.
It's
just different.
It just has it doesn't go the Ring and the Grudge direction. It's got a fresh approach to dark little tales stuck together.
Our best documentary nominees are...
We had quite a few documentaries this year again.
Yeah, and they were all brilliant, but our three nominees are Clapboard Jungle,
The Last Word on the Last House on the Left,
and Hail to the Deadites.
And it was an easy pick. We had to juggle and go back and forth, but we ended up picking Clapboard Jungle.
Yeah, I think that the filmmaker
Justin McConnell.
He really illustrated the heartache and ups and downs and the pain and suffering that goes into making a film. especially in the horror genre.
A film in general, but a horror film and an independent horror film.
That's a trifecta of craziness.
And even in North America, where you would think it would be easier to do that, it's not an easy task. So
well done.
Cool.
Next category is best experimental films.
Yeah, some movies aren't full-blown horror. Some of them are off-center, strange, different, odd, experimental, surreal.
Right. Yeah.
Sort of visual explorations. And so this year we actually had 3 that stood out in that vein, and they are Snail's Club from Italy,
Space Vampire from Canada.
Yeah, Chris Alexander made that one,
and Fornakis.
I know there's a stellar system Fornakis. I don't know how you pronounce it.
No.
That's one from France. Yes. But we decided the best one would be
Snail's Club. Well done.
Very interesting movie. Visually very, very cool.
And then this year we decided to have a Halloween Spirit Award. We just think and feel that during this surreal time of craziness, that Halloween this year for me personally was really something to celebrate, and it was sort of a nice little thing to look forward to. And in South Africa it is a sort of the stepchild of holidays.
Yeah, it does. It gets very little attention.
Yes, so
except via the Horrorfest. It's probably the biggest celebration of Halloween.
Yes,
it's via the Horrorfest.
That's right.
So we decided to give one particular. There are no nominees. It's just one particular movie we decided to acknowledge with true Halloween spirit.
That's right.
Wall-to-wall Halloween spirit. And that is
Bad Candy.
Bad Candy.
Yeah, we loved it. It was brilliantly made. Fabulous story.
Cool effects.
Yes, and again, it was an anthology that really followed on one another, brilliantly interlinked
as a cohesive whole.
Yes, but it was still an anthology. So well done, guys. Cool. Excellent.
Okay, now we're getting to the last, close to the last ones, the big ones.
Right. Yeah.
The best director.
Yes, and our nominees are Ryan Kruger for Fried Barry,
and double director team for The Sake of Vicious. It's Rhys Evaneshan and Gabriel Carrer.
And Cody Callahan for The Oak Room.
Yeah, we've had quite a few movies from Cody across the years.
Yes.
But so best director is
Ryan Kruger for Fried Barry. Well done, Ryan. We completely understand the effort that went into creating this incredibly wonderful film that I enjoyed so much, and it was such a surreal film.
Partially the reason we decided on Ryan, it was a difficult choice, but one of the reasons we decided on Ryan Kruger for Fried Barry was because we're aware of the mission he had to put this movie together in segments.
Yes.
And to bring it all together to make it seem as if it was done in one go.
And it really did. Well done.
And very effective, very entertaining, very Cape Town.
And well deserved.
We didn't pick it just because it was a very Cape Town movie, but there hasn't really been a Cape Town movie like that. So that's also another reason.
Yes. Well deserved, Ryan. You deserve this one.
Cool, man. All right. I guess some people may say this is the big one, the best feature film.
Yes. We're in the big leagues now.
But as we always say, all of these guys are winners for making movies that they want to make.
Yes.
And that is part of the reason we started the Horrorfest, is to get people to send us odd, different, unique movies that you won't get to see anywhere else.
Yeah. Our nominees for Best Feature Film is The Oak Room.
Yeah. And Fried Barry.
And Sky Sharks.
3 very diverse movies.
Yes.
Sort of one effects-laden movie, one dark, strange trip, and then another sort of more of a drama. Not far from a gory horror movie, although you find there's some gruesome bits, but it's very much a dark drama.
It's gruesome enough, yes.
So we ended up picking
The Oak Room.
Very cool
well
movie.
Done. Really enjoyed it.
The guys from Black Fawn in Canada. We've screened many of their movies over the years. They've won quite a few awards over the years.
Yes.
But they know what they're doing, so
Yeah. If you're good, you're good.
congratulations.
And then our next category is our Audience Choice Award, and thankfully we have nothing to do with this category. We don't have to select this. These films are selected by our audience.
And they are sort of the most viewed and
Yes.
ones that people liked most.
And we've got 2 films in this category. The one is
Stay Out of the Attic, also known as Stay Out of the Effing Attic.
Yes.
So I'm not sure which one they're going to use. For main release, they'll use the regular one.
Yes.
For something like the Horrorfest.
We got the other one. And our other film is Fried Barry.
And the audience choice was a resounding Fried Barry.
Fried Barry. Well done, guys.
Oh man, you've got a few by now.
Yes, and then our next category, really, Paul, I think you should do.
Yeah,
this is our Legend Award.
Yeah, our little Hall of Fame that we create every year when we screen a movie from someone that we feel is a prominent, legendary name. Like if we screen some old Vincent Price movies, so Vincent Price is in there. George Romero is in there. You know, people who have made an impact in the horror genre. And this year we have 2 legends that we want to add to our list. And the first one is
Lloyd Kaufman and the Trauma people.
those crazies from Trauma. Uncle Lloyd. I mean, they've made such cool movies over the years, over the decades.
Yes.
I mean, since the mid-80s, I mean even earlier than the mid-80s, but Toxic Avenger was born in the mid-80s.
Yeah.
And it is still just such a blast to watch those movies.
Yeah.
It's the first year we screened any Trauma movies, which included Toxic Avenger, Toxic Avenger 2, Mutant Blast is linked to that, Slashing is linked to Trauma, obviously Shakespeare's Shitstorm.
Yes.
So we had a nice batch of Trauma movies this year, and so it's just apt that we add Lloyd Kaufman and Trauma to our legend.
Lloyd is so fantastic and so fabulous. Like, who can't? Why wouldn't we?
And all the people who work for them, like Doug Sackman, they're all mad, and they all creative people that don't give a shit. They just create mad art, and that's what we love. So
Yes.
And then our second Legend Award goes to a man who knows his puppets.
Yes, absolutely.
That would be Charles Band and the folks at Full Moon Features.
Yes.
Now, if you know Full Moon, you know that they are the guys who make anything to do with puppets, evil puppets, little dolls. You know, we love stop animation.
Yes.
CGI is good, but you know, sometimes just a good old stop animation
That's
movie,
right.
even if it looks a bit jerky and dodgy, you just know that it's a real thing.
Well, me personally, I prefer that.
Yeah, so I mean, they've made all the Puppet Master movies and their various Puppet Master spin-offs.
That's right.
Doll Man, Demonic Toys,
Yes.
Evil Bong, Subspecies. It's not all puppet stuff, but you know, and Killjoy, the Killjoy movies. So yeah, it's just a great array of entertaining movies. That's the main thing, is it's always highly entertaining.
Yes.
It's often humorous. Sometimes it's just extremely cool, but with modest budgets. So they make highly entertaining movies without spending too much money.
Yes.
And sometimes that's all you need.
Yes, and we are very, very proud to induct these 2 individuals in our little Hall of Fame.
And especially what makes it cool is that we watched these guys on VHS
That's right.
in the 80s.
Yes.
So,
When you still walk to the video store to rent your machine and your 2 movies.
VHS or Beta machine,
That's right.
2 movies and a short.
So thank you, guys.
Thanks for entertaining us for decades. And I hope we'll see lots more from it.
Yes. And this then wraps up the 2020 South African Horrorfest.
Our 16th edition.
Yes, thank you so much again to every single filmmaker that submitted a movie, and all their crew, their cast, everyone that contributed. We want to thank you. We really, really appreciate it.
And do send us your stuff as you make it, because
Please do.
Yeah, we're the only guys in South Africa who ends up screening it, because we're the people who love it.
And we feel that other people should also see it. So, yes.
Yeah, so if we do our rerun, keep an eye out at frightfan.tv and at horrorfest.info, and subscribe to our channel.
Yes, and like.
Like, share, comment, you know, do all that
Whatever.
stuff. You have to. You have no choice. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
We'll see you next time.
Bye bye.